Miss Florida, huh?
That's
Yeah. Okay. Behind the scenes, we were saying, okay, this has to be like a high or maybe even an alpha. I like the Barretts. But this means that Rora are playing around their magic damage. They're playing around the Sicilian and the Harriet. Which makes a lot of sense that they'll both be getting the discounts so that they can get their items quicker. But Liquid, so they just need to build a bunch of radiant armor and then they'll be okay. Let's see if Aurora can make this work. This is a very high risk, but you make it look rewarding because he is undefeated with the Sicilian.
And this is once again a specialty Harris in the hands of Comic Guy. So many teams in the regular season have done 100 different things to ban out this Harris, and here he ends up with it.
and that's why I'd say this is looking good. Like if you go down to the draft, I don't know what people say about the Barretts now. But this is already good, solid six, and double.
That's the thing. It's so brand new. It's so old at the same time that people don't have strong opinions about it.
You're not sure, you know? You're like, is this still good or not?
Yo, man, if it's Vince Ever's gonna say, wow, what a brilliant pick. If it's Luthis, like, why'd you pick the Barretts? But, no, personally, I like it. So, let's see, as we're looking at the action at the big screen, from time to time, I encourage our viewers to look at the map, see how the laning is actually going between Domikai and Noeb, because this is what's gonna be one of the main determining factors whether or not Aurora will make this Barret in the jungle work. How well can Domikai actually manage Oheb in the gold lane and win in the gold lane?
First turtle sub, thing already happening here. Even kind of will start this up, but not strong to fight or to jump in.
Here's a 40. Almost gets bit and hit, but that deadness welcome. But Demon Guy so with the retribution secures the first turtle. Put the Northern Lights, Sanford very low. Lights on him, gets that taunt. Over the there, tries to miss Sanji. A lot of damage on the Edward, popping that vengeance.
Oh, now they're still trucking away. Edward can be in trouble. He falls.
Output chasing, Lights it. Lights standing for Listerity. Little low, pops a concussive blast. And so expert, not enough to just place Carl Teasy. Roaring at the particular moves, happy with that one objective.
Okay, good thing we were able to balance things out with a kill, but yeah, Demon Kite actually getting the Retribution Battle win against Carl Pearson there. Good thing that he was able to. But you see now Liquid, even though they lose a turtle, they're not afraid to fight and re-engage. So Aurora, especially Light, needs to keep that in mind. UN needs to keep that in mind. JP's still super annoying for Aurora to deal with. His positioning is at the Hilda is one of the reasons why they were able to get that kill eventually on Edward.
Alright, take a look at the items too. You saw that you have about a couple hundred gold in favor for going tight.
Yeah.
The lane you mentioned. Keep an eye on that. Now look at this.
Yeah.
Again, there's the pressure you were talking about.
Yeah, up top, Oheb got pushed back into the tower, and Domikai was actually recall spamming in front of him, so we weren't able to see that in the big screen. But again, I encourage y'all, look at the map from time to time. Now, okay, good thing JP was able to. I feel like after that, that's when Oheb told JP, hey, I need your help here going out. So now you see Aurora, especially like trying to get Vision in the jungle. I'm pretty sure Domikai knows that JP's hanging around here.
Light on his tail, flushes him out, almost seemingly. And they'll serve up this grab over to Domikai. Very good start for that.
Good block there, actually, by Light to stop Oheb from getting that. But then also, Oheb got a fat wave. Still going to be really close. No team can find a big win in the gold lane just yet. The EXP lane, it's going to be another dead lane experience. Unless one of them actually really messes up. This turtle looks good for Aurora.
They're going to start it up. He is part of it. They might have to force this fight. There's another airstrike.
Auntie here, blasting away, cancels it. Oh, it actually secured the turtle. How'd that happen? And now you get blasted away with those fat impacts. And Demon Kite, no follow-through from the rest of the Northern Lights. All Liquid.
Light's in trouble. He's going to go down here too with 1v4 Light. He'll fall. JP picking that one up.
Again, JP on the Hilda, plus the fact that Oheb got the miraculous last hit using the Death Sonata. That was all Liquid. And you see again the presence of this Hilda every time showing off in the back. Demon Cat was left alone there because Hilda just decided to go after you and Doming.
I'm thinking when JP's utility will expire. If that'll ever happen. Oh my God! Domikai with Sanji and JP alone. Oheb's not even part of the action. Takes him out. What was he thinking?
I mean, he's been pressed off of his tier 1 turret, zoned out completely for a while now, and then he ends up going down.
JP's locked in. JP is so locked in right now. So are everyone else on the side of Liquid. Massive lead. Now he's the one flexing. This Hilda, again, dude, there's so many problems every team fight. It seems like, yeah, they're looking around the objective, but you is always getting left behind. There needs to be a fix of the comms. Watch out for the Hilda first. Accept that maybe going all in, making sure getting the turtle won't be the right play. Slowly go for heroes.
Lane Edward on the vengeance.
There's a trap, not enough to take him down. He's alright. Again, a dead lane, and this is, weirdly enough, good news for Aurora. But at least one of your lanes isn't getting beat down.
Yeah.
It's enough time to build up Yue. And in my humble opinion, I think Yue is more of a power player now than he was in game 1. So at least if Aurora can extend this to past the 16, 18-minute mark, they should be in a better shape compared to game 1.
Yeah, we've seen that facility advantage before. It's going to be quite deadly, especially in the late game now, leading into this next objective. Turtles. They can't let that turtle be secured by Oheb again. I don't know if that was the Death Sonata or the Rhapsody that got it, but Carl is setting this one up.
That is Dennis welcome. Throw in Sanford over into that wall. The Salmon Force by Dominic Kite. 40 balls serving up a kill to Yue. JP gonna be up next. Sanji under back. Ayo, Shiba Luck cancels it. Sanji with the flicker. Razor Crack takes Dominic Kite down. Oh, down goes JP. Edwards takes care of business.
Good fight for Aurora. Edwards jumping back up on the top side. He keeps Oheb out, but a good fight there.
Upper Jinjin has had it.
Yeah, perfect team fight split. Of course, Edward not giving up on the kill meant that they get a little bit more resources. Carl Dizzy, a little shaky there. That looked like he would have gotten punished by Rora, but Sanji eventually came back to back him up. So now Rora can continue playing around that idea. See, they were going slowly, just a little bit for the heroes. Demon Cat was able to get that fight down onto Sanford. And then if they can continue to make sure that Sanford's the one taking the brunt of the damage initially, then they should be okay.
Sanford has been doing well to keep Edward down, but Edward rotates out. And I think that's a small victory for Aurora. That bottom lane, that X-Lane can take care of itself. Now we're going into Dominic Kite is ready. And I'm hoping that's where Aurora is right now, because if you're waiting for US still, that's about 6-7 minutes out from now. And that is a non-starter if you want to fight now for this first war.
He's in that case that Ewan got a kill out of that, kind of help them scale up a little bit quicker here. They did go ahead and do that lane swap. Dominic Kite down this bottom side. Wants to press this in, but he's going to have a whole lot to deal with. So can't exactly push the lane in, push that turret down. If they're going to feed into this next floor when it does come up. So it's up to Rora to kind of decide on how they want to play this out.
Yeah, Sanji is staying way back. He's actually floating around the orange side buff of Rora. I think he's providing space for Oheb, but Sanford's in trouble.
Like with a conceal, forcing Sanford out of defensive range. That's the first turn for Aurora.
I guess I said they want to decide what to do. They got the turret.
Yeah, I think that was the info. The fact that Sanji got into the orange buff without any vision at all, I think Liquid decided to just call, hey, I think all of them are down there already in the lower portion of the map. So good thing Sanford was able to get away in time. And when you're going to look at Barrett's and the Lapu Lapu, you're waiting for the timing of the Brave Spider, the Raging Splashes, CC immunity, a little bit of the Lapu Lapu should help avoid the initial wait.
Oh, this is a fight. Breaking up. Carl Dizzy, the Vanguard for Liquid. It's a non-starter. Rora has to let go. They have to reconsider their options here.
I was kind of surprised too that they were so up front, especially with Dominic Kite. Feeling trying to still going. Here, but now Edward could be in trouble.
My God, Edwards got 3 on him. The dead is welcome. Throwing the wall. The vengeance.
Go!
Swiping away Sanji with the salvos. And Carl Dizzy survives. Life falls in the back line. 40 against 3. Rora can't fight with this front line wrecking lineup.
Liquid, they woke up good today. The positioning of Sansan, the vengeance came in actually perfectly for Edward. I thought they'd be able to get the punish with the fact that Sachi, right at the very furthest edge of his feathered airstrike, still got the kill onto Edward. And then eventually Sanford coming through, readjusting so that the other members of Rora can clap back. This is why we were a little bit skeptical towards the Barrett. It was good, but still with a healthy hint of skepticism. Now as we look at the items, on the way to the Dominance Ice for the Lapu Lapu, already up to the Malefic Roar for the Granger, still very far away from the Holy Crystal for Dominic Kite's Harith, and that's the item that they need right now.
Crazy how it fell apart so fast for Dominic Kite. He was winning that lane against Oheb, and then all of a sudden he's down to 2,000 gold. Oh,
It's that bad.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
He's got to go heal back up. I don't know. He's having a good time.
When it comes to big fights, Rora just doesn't have enough utility. I don't know how Liquid's making this work, because you look at their lineup, the only real AoE CC they have is Sanford and Carlthese. JP makes it look like he has it, but he's using damage as a threat to make up for that.
Oh, conceal?
JP looking to go hunting, comes under you, forcing that back piece. They take care of the Lord, and he comes Carlthese. Another airstrike with Sanji. Surgical approach to taking the tier 2.
Yeah. The fact that JP changed the trajectory of his walk, he used a second skill, I believe, on the minion, making it look like where Yue brought down his Bat's claws, actually on the Sanguine claws, would have caught JP. But JP was like, nope, I knew you know that I think I'm going there, so I'm going to go this way instead, setting up with a feathered airstrike for Sanji, stopping any responses from Rora.
They're playing around with the utility that they have very well for Tlph. They find themselves now with a good lead. 6k up, they're going to pressure on the purple, and they got it as well. So Demon Kite, no buff here. Definitely having a hard time. I mean, it's not just that the Baron that's kind of slow to move on his own, but realistically, you're able to be kind of that front line, but then you also put yourself in the position to get the Daytona to come off and try to make that work, but it's not working the way they want to. And I feel like a big part of that is because, again, it's Kite that's taken a lot of damage before a big fight even breaks out. So then his positioning is then at risk of that.
Yeah, the heyday of Barats, there would always be a hero like a Matilda or a Rafaela to help in the positioning. Here, he's basically raw dogging that as well, because he's trying to get it in when Liquid knows that here it is. We just have to sidestep. We just have to move over here.
It's a brute force Barrett. The fact that we have to revitalize on the god of Sky. Theoretically, if everyone's just all clumped up, it'll work well for him. But wait, whoa.
See, even this they can't deal with. A Razor's Wrath right in your face. In comes 40. Sanji with the feathered airstrike, forcing himself on foot away from Demon Kite. Zombie Kite too, but he's down. And these 3 members, all the Liquid are running through him. Down goes Light. Down goes Demon Kite. And there's nothing Rora can do.
Tlph saw the window and they took it.
They're already in the base, not even taking down the inhibitor. This is a straight on stampede. Edward, the only one left, push out of his own base. This is miserable.
They're quite low. They'll clear out the minions. Edward, he's gonna fight.
Edward,
why?
Not gonna survive against 5, not like this.
He bought enough time though. The turret still stands. But the Lord is up, so they'll reset. They'll make their way for the Lord.
A lot of questionable decisions for the side of Rora. I know for them it's like, yay, cool, we got Carlthese, but there's a massive deficit for you. If Carlthese shows himself in the map like that, there's always at least gonna be 1 or 2 members of Liquid nearby ready to swoop in. Bro, that's a Fredrin. He can take that damage. Questionable for Rora.
He wants to take that damage.
Yeah.
And in the wake of that stumble, again, a wipeout. Rora, see another Lord go over to Liquid.
I'd say you see the value in him. That's what Fredrin is. And with this, the Lord is secured. They'll get ready to go ahead and take down some of these base turrets of Rora's. Again, the lead has ballooned to 10,000. And honestly, Rora has not had an answer for anything so far through this game. Even when you look at, okay, what's the late game insurance policy? Is it Yue? Yue isn't there. I mean, he's got what, 2 items he's working on next. Doming finally gets his Holy Crystal, man. So they should be able to at least clear the waves with that. Oh, hold on. They do get a base turret. Base turret's going to go down. The Lord is still being worked on here. So Rora's able to clear it out. 12,000 now for Tlph. They take the discipline route. They end up taking out this mid turret next. Tier 2 is going to be the focus here. Sanford jumps forward. Now Lord definitely trying to hold on to base turrets, but look at the feather airstrike damage.
Yeah, it hurt too much. Rora now have to pull a miracle, and at this point, Liquid, a night and day performance from what we saw from the last time we saw Liquid and Aurora go up against each other. Remember, going into this, Liquid has not beaten Aurora in a series. Now, 2 games in the best of 7 grand finals, they are just dominating Aurora.
Demon Kite gets haunted here. Energy eruption working out. Oh, to you, Sanji gets blasted. Rokaldi's gonna be up next. Then as well comes over to the wall. Looking light from the back line. Edward too. The vengeance pop. The AOG captain Oheb. In comes Edward. Down goes Paul teasing. Where did this come from? JP gonna chase down by Edward. Down goes Demon Kite. Dominic looking to serve vengeance for his fallen brother. Edward hunting JP down. Broken wall working out for him. 3 for 1. Oheb. Former brothers, agents, now turn rivals. Oheb wins.
And a back and forth. And it erupts here in the arena, but Rora might have found a little bit of life in that exchange.
100%. I'm not completely sure if it was the missile expert that brought Sanji in a very weird spot.
Didn't expect that.
Did not expect. He was not supposed to be there that close. Light and Edward came in perfectly for the gank, but they could not get Oheb comfortably. JP was spacing out very well for Oheb, but then Oheb eventually got that kill onto Edward after the clapback. Liquid now, I think that was a warning shot. Aurora are definitely back in this, while Liquid still holds a comfortable lead. Remember, there is already a Holy Crystal on that Harith for Dominkite.
Looks like TLPH will still respect what Rora is able to do, though. Let Demon Knight go in and start that Lord. They're fighting for position here. Look at JP's positioning, though. Keep an eye on him. Lord lets him have Belt, but then airstrike comes down.
Solid forward fight. Dominkite. He's got Sanford trained on him. Dominkite very low. Down goes Edward. Oh, it's another kill. Easy taking out the equation. Lights are double kill. 40. Very low. Seven immortality. Oheb wailing away. Dominkite. Due and Demon Kite cutting their losses. No retribution for Liquid.
It's on the gold laners now. And I think all TZ needs to understand, like, with the damage already on that Harith, he can't be like the main front guy. But I think Liquid decided to commit that turn. They decided to go call for the hero instead. And now you see some very classic echo shenanigans of where Sanji is right now, very deep in. My question is, how long is he going to hold that bush? Because the last time we saw something like this, it was held for like, what, 4 or 5 minutes all those years ago.
Yeah, and not only that, but Leo mentioned this earlier on.
He's back in?
Especially with UA on the Sicilian here, he's going to need plenty of time. Well, look at this, 313 stacks, almost at the 18-minute mark. That's why we're seeing the impact of those bad impacts now.
God, look at this kill. 1 kill away from half stacks. 70 on the Sky Piercer. That means he's been getting all of his kills off after he got the Sky Piercer.
Oh, yeah?
Just pure value.
Yeah, so even though Rora is fighting very well, Oheb's not dying. And now the pressure is on the Dominkite and Oheb. And it's really on them right now to mess up. Oh!
Under the fair there, strike. So UA out.
Flicker down, too.
JP as well.
Liquid cannot blitz this. They have to wait for the Feathered Airstrike to come back.
Yeah, they're going to need that. And it was Oheb that grabbed that purple ball for a side and half help here.
Man-to-man defense like JP keeping UA on his Lord. At a 10 of itself, Sanford, the Raiders fighter. 7 Lord fight Dominkite. They're bursting down the Lord. Oheb secures. Immortality off of Sanford. Down goes Domink.
Domink's gone and Edward's going to fall as well.
AOG by Light does not find JP. The taunt on the Demon Kite. This is close to over. Nothing for Rora on the board. Down to Sanji. Can Light view it? The flicker from Daddy JP.
Yeah.
Oheb's there. He's looking for more. He takes out another, and Oheb will get another. It's a wipeout.
Liquid continue their momentum. 2-0.
You see the hype on Oheb stood up immediately. Sanji and Oheb on point. The man-to-man defense from JP. Liquid do not want to let go of the hopes of the Golden Road.
Oheb, back-to-back games. Phenomenal. Locked in there. Comes in, cleans up. And JP as well, man. We got to throw it to the panel to break this one down.
And that is an unofficial savage for Oheb. Look at that. Like you mentioned this earlier, man. I have never seen Oheb this insane before. I've never seen him this angry. But man, you could feel the emotions in his gameplay. And for this entire regular season, I just saw him as a more low are so